I'd like to introduce you formally to the most chill show on the internet. That's Weekend Review. We're taking it real easy this episode. 27. Hello and welcome to Weekend Review, edition 27. My name is Jake Cook.
But he ain't no chef, and my name's Kenneth Purr.
But he ain't no fish.
And Jake, can we start the show with a little refrain of the song that we were singing before the show started?
Refrain, like you want us to refrain from doing the show? We just
I
started.
want us to very quickly refrain from progressing with the show to do a refrain of a great song that we were just improvising a second ago. That was a ode to Atlanta.
Yeah. I don't know if I want to do this on air.
Wow, really?
It's going to lose us a lot of our contingency. Constituency.
Constituency.
Is the word what is contingency and constituency the same word?
Those are not the same word. Not at all. Not even a little bit. I mean, they're a little bit related, I suppose, but
Do you remember the song we were doing?
yeah, I do.
It's already left my mind.
The words were, I'm not going to say it in full bravado, but it was light 'em up, knock 'em down. Light 'em up,
Oh yeah,
knock 'em down.
that's right.
And you were doing
it.
we were doing sort of a chorus effect, and then based on the way you said stuff, it would prompt me to say something next, and it was pretty cool.
You're right. I do remember now. Yeah, that was like a mere minute and a half ago.
Yeah,
I can't believe I already forgot about it.
Yeah, well, you know.
Being a comedy machine, I mean, it's hard to remember.
Right, it's hard to remember everything.
How can Rumpelstiltskin remember every weave of gold he ever made?
True. Yeah, he's a true artisan, and that's the amount of gold that you can create is always a testament to that.
He's an artisan of chocolate. Isn't that what he made in the story? Chocolate. He made really nice chocolate. Rumpelstiltskin. Hey, is this thing on? Hey, is this thing on?
Cricket, cricket. Cricket, cricket.
Cricket, cricket.
Cricket, cricket.
Cricket, cricket.
Cricket, cricket.
Hey, where were you the other
Get
night,
back
man?
into it. What are you talking about?
Yeah, you missed my show, my open mic.
You didn't tell me about it. How could I have known? I don't even know what night you're referring to.
You might have seen it on Facebook if you had one.
That's true.
But what happened to your Facebook? Or do you not want to go into it?
No, I'd love to. The whole reason I deleted it was so that I could talk about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. It's the best way to introduce yourself to people at parties. And I was inspired to delete it because of that video that you showed me, I believe, where the guy's it was what if leaving Facebook was like leaving a party?
Oh yeah.
That college humor, Funny or Die thing. I watched it. I was like, I should delete my Facebook for the opposite reason of this thing, but still inspired by it.
Yeah.
And so I did it,
But but you wanted to not make a big deal about it?
I didn't want to make a big deal about doing it, but I wanted to make a big deal about it afterwards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're still riding that wave of success?
Oh man, it's so great. I had business cards made, and you know how usually you have a spot for phone number, email, maybe a LinkedIn profile or something.
Yeah.
I have on mine, it says a non-Facebook user, where it says my email address, and then below that it says non-Facebook user. And it's so cool because I hand it to them with a very smug sense of satisfaction. Hey, here's my information because you know what? You can't find it anywhere, because I'm not online.
Right.
Here, you want to know who I am? You're going to have to play by my rules. Old-fashioned 1 gram paper weighted business cards with awesome graphics designed by moi.
Back in the day, if you wanted to know who somebody was, you had to go to the library and get a phone book.
Right, and
then you had to go back to the library.
Those weren't easy to come by back then because there was a toilet paper shortage, right after the stock market crash all the way up to 1963.
Yeah.
And people had to use the phone. They were no longer. It was legally unallowed for private citizens to own a phone book that had to be housed at libraries because we just didn't have access to enough paper. People were getting dysentery, and there was shit in the streets.
How much of the stuff you talk about actually happened?
Google it.
I'm not gonna Google.
You don't think the facts line up?
I'm not gonna dignify that with a Google.
That's
I
a
feel like Google would just be like, "Come on, dude."
I've never seen Google respond that way. I've looked up a lot of things. No, you look up pictures Pamela Anderson wedding tattoo. And Google's are you serious? Before it shows you the results. Do you really want to see that? Do you really care that she has a tattoo of a wedding ring on her finger? Like I have to intercede on your behalf in this case because are you serious?
I lost my ring today.
What ring? Your tiger ring?
It wasn't a wedding ring, my tiger ring.
Mm.
Yeah. It really sucks, man. It was really a shot in the heart. I can't believe I left it. I left it at the pizza place.
Which one?
Little Five Pizza.
I don't know if
in historical Little 5 Points in the Atlanta region of Georgia.
There's a place called Little Five Pizza.
Yeah.
Is that over by the?
It's right by the smoke shop or the vape shop and the
vape shop.
It's like right on the corner.
Is it by the? There's also like a cafe there. Isn't there like Village Coffee or something?
Yeah.
That's the one.
Yep.
Do you know where you left the ring?
Yeah, I know the table that I left it at. We got back to Sarah's house. I realized I
Jake
forgot
and
it.
Sarah.
And she let me borrow her car to go back to check for it.
Yeah.
Shut up, man! It's heartbreaking. I appreciate you adding music.
Heartbreaking
to my
work of
suffering.
staggering genius. What book were we reading when we listened to Zach and Sarah and Ben Folds? It was Dave Eggers' Heartbreaking Work.
I guess it all comes full
It
circle.
does come
then.
full circle because this is heartbreaking.
Yeah.
Your piece of work. Ben Folds 5 is all about love.
I feel like a real piece of work right now.
You look
and
like
I
a
don't
piece
feel
of
like a
work.
genius.
No, you shouldn't. I didn't say you should feel like a genius. You should feel like an idiot. That should be your underlying, like, MO, if you will. As it were.
I feel like a genus. You know?
As in species.
Yeah,
Yeah.
genus of the species. Look at how stupid I am.
I'm a representative of the species. I am a genius of the species. I have degrees in all major forms of communication and mathematics and science.
Does genus mean the least evolved of a species? Like
No.
the dumbest guy on Earth? That's what I am.
Because they left the I out.
Yeah. If you said, like, I'm not a genius, I'm a genus, like, that means you're like, is that a clever thing to say? Or is that just some
it's confusing.
stone bullshit?
Yeah, I think it's stone bullshit. I think that people would hear that and they'd be like, "What?" Like that would be such a radical, unconventional way of speaking that unless the person knew you and knew your sense of humor, they probably would just think you had a very limited grasp of the English language and that maybe you were retarded.
They wouldn't think that I was trying to be clever and funny.
No.
There's no way.
I mean, maybe some people would if you were in the right social group. They'd be like, "Oh man, that's fucking hilarious," but they'd probably be drunk or younger than you. So it's like, do you really want to appeal to like the lowest common denominator, or are you trying to say something that like the general population can feel? Are you trying to be a George Carlin, or are you trying to be a Mitch Hedberg?
Well, I'd say I'm trying to be a little bit of George Carlin, a little bit of Mitch Hedberg, and a little bit of my own special blend of myself, which is Dane Cook and Jake Johansson, two comedians.
Props on that. That was funny.
Cook Jake Cook is what I call it. It's my comedy style. Sorry for this noise. Just gotta get these pistachios.
It's okay, lol. It's okay.
Anyway, I lost the ring, and that was a real bummer because.
We should call you Frodo from now on. I've lost the ring.
Is that what he says in the movie?
Sam, I've lost the ring.
I thought he was saying like,
And then he's like,
let's get the ring.
No, they already have it. He loses it, and then Sam's like, "But you haven't, Mr. Frodo.
It's right.
I've got it.
He's like, it's right in your hand.
It's in your hand, love. It's in your fucking hand, you stupid cunt."
There's a lot of homoerotic undertones to Lord of the Rings.
There were,
How
yeah.
How do you respond to that?
To me, it was a little bit disturbing. Everyone knows about the Andy Serkis sort of controversy with Gollum representing this young child that was with these two older men, and he's sort of in
Gollum's a child?
Well,
He was a super old dude.
he is a super old dude, but he sort of archetypally represents a child. And he's with these two creepy guys that are kind of short and like have weird features about them. And it just seems a little unwholesome.
So the symbolism was a little harsh.
It was a little Greco-Roman for my taste. You know what I mean? I'm getting at. You ever seen Greco-Roman pottery?
Yeah, like nice Rubenesque
Yeah.
ladies with their nice curves and
Not so much.
shapely bodies.
A little absent on the lady mark. Little bit of the old, little bit of like.
What are you trying to say? Spit it out.
Some of the old,
Come on.
those things that kind of
What do you mean?
ring around the rosy, pocket full of posy.
Vagina?
No,
Naked ladies with their vaginas out?
Hey, it's similar, but it's sort of like, you got the key, you got the lock, you got the sword, you got the scabbard. Vagina is actually Latin for the word scabbard.
Are you talking about a butthole right now?
No.
Yeah, just you and a pistachio.
No, thank you.
Well, this is an interesting episode because
We're already 321 minutes in.
No, this is. I don't know what this is counting. This is counting the measures.
Cool.
That's a different thing.
324 measures into this podcast.
But I was gonna say.
This is gonna be confusing.
Well, it's 324 measures in this.
How long does it measure?
In this speed.
Yeah, but what is the speed? This is like 1 beat a minute.
GarageBand.
1 beat a second.
I think when GarageBand opens up,
3, 1, 2.
It's automatically in. It's in 120 beats per minute.
So at 120.
Basically 2 per second.
Hold on a sec.
Come on, I already figured it out.
No, but how many measures then do we need to do before the end of the show? That's the math that I want to do. So
oh man, it doesn't matter.
So there's 100. There's 60 plus we do 100. So it's 80 minutes total. So 80 times.
Yeah, but we don't know how much the time is that we're actually on right now. Let's see. I mean, I guess you could do that.
So 9,600 measures.
The point is,
So
what makes this an interesting show
is that it's 9,600 measures long.
Yeah, it's 9,600 measures. How many hours do you think we've done of this show? At this
30.
point? 30?
Oh wait.
An easy 30?
Wait, do you mean like episodes? Or do you mean just like putting effort and time into it?
I guess both.
Does it count the time that you spend editing it?
Yeah, of course. No, I don't know.
I mean, we probably put in the last how long have we been doing this? Since November, right?
Yeah, over 6 months.
So 6 months average, I would say at least average 3 to 5 hours a week with the time that you put into it. How long does it take you to edit?
That's pretty much about right.
Probably 3 to 5 hours, including the time that we take to record it.
3 to 5 hours to edit it, I think.
Every episode?
Pretty much, but I kind of
bullshit.
I kind of bullshit my way through it. I kind of like listen.
You do like 1 minute and you're like, God, I gotta watch Netflix.
Exactly. That's pretty much what happens.
Orange is the New Black is back and I am black attacking.
I've seen all those.
Yeah, me too. I'm ready for the new season.
I'm not ready.
You're not ready? Can't handle it?
Nobody can ever be ready.
You can't handle the truth. Show me the money.
So listen, I lost my ring and I felt really bad about that.
Yeah.
And but before I lost it, we were there and there's like this little girl that came up to pet Bailey.
Oh yeah, he was there. Cool.
The dog.
Yeah.
Bailey the dog. Who's
You
been on
guys
the show
know,
before.
yeah, you should remember him from the last episode.
Yeah, but I was just thinking about how when a little kid comes up to you in life to do something like that, you have to smile and be like kind of pleasant,
right,
to not appear to be a psychopath to everyone around you, because everybody's gonna think like, oh, if a kid comes up and they don't smile, you're seen as like a weirdo. Like, oh, what the fuck's wrong with that guy?
That's true.
Asshole.
Yeah.
But if you smile too much, then they're gonna think you're really weird.
So there's a delicate balance.
Yeah. You gotta seem interested in the kid,
but not too interested.
Yeah, not too interested in their orifices, as it were.
To say the least. Yeah.
Yeah. You shouldn't spend too much time staring at their mouth or their crotch region.
Well,
people pick up on that in a heartbeat.
And the good thing is these clarifying conversations where we can just have a forum for Jake to step up here and to take an innocent remark and make it strangely very dark and perverted. And it's those moments of clarity that I personally live for, and then that's the reason why we do this podcast, because we want to take our world, our inner worlds that are completely 100% dissimilar, and we want to put them on display. We want to say, hey,
Weekend review. Is that what you're gonna say?
I want to know who you are. Can you tell me who you are?
Look, I'm saying, like, there's people that are on the street right now that'll snatch up your kid for free. You don't have to pay them anything.
But you have to give them information. How are they going to find your kid unless you have like a detailed conversation? And by that time, you should pay them because they've spent so much time being nice enough to like listen to your stupid inane bullshit. I hate my kid. He's such an asshole.
Let's just say the fucking kid will disappear. Nobody will hear from him again. It'd be like some Silk Road shit. Did you read about all that controversy?
Yeah, I heard that the guy got arrested.
Onto the news.
Or that he got sentenced to like life sentence.
Yeah, he's pretty fucked,
He's pretty comma fucked.
But he put out a bunch of hits on people.
Well, that was alleged. Yeah, that was, I guess they convicted him of that.
I saw the supposed
hits?
Transcripts.
Was it like a Twitter thing?
It was over email. Some kind of crazily encrypted email. Man, I don't even want to begin to understand the technology behind Silk Road, how they're able to do that and nobody can find them,
I somewhat understand. Not a lot, but working in the industry that involves the internet, I understand how that could happen for sure.
Could you like sell drugs to people With your connections?
No.
Why not?
That's a very weird question.
You couldn't facilitate that somehow if you set up a. The thing is, they pay with bitcoins.
Yeah, no.
So you could just like sell, and then all you have to do is ship it.
Right.
If you get like a kilo of cocaine, start with a kilo. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I can tell.
Like I've ever seen a kilo of cocaine. I don't even know what that looks like.
How
many bumps is that?
I don't know. No, I mean, I don't understand how it could be. I don't understand how to do it, but I understand how it could be done. Like, I just have a slightly more educated glimpse into the world of the internet and its capabilities, I suppose.
So now you're telling me you would hire a fucking hitman?
No.
That's totally immoral, man. The kind of shit that goes down on the dark web you don't even want to know about. You ever looked at the dark web?
No, I haven't. I'm not.
Yeah, because you couldn't handle it.
Exactly.
I'll just say that much.
It's like a roller coaster. It's like you must be this high to, which is why you're always let on. Like, oh, well, you're not tall enough, but dude, you're high enough.
Yeah,
that's what everyone's always saying to you.
Yeah.
Call him short man cook. Short cook.
I like to get high and browse the dark web for like illicit drugs and substances.
That sounds so boring. It sounds like an interactive Arrowhead or something like that.
Well, yeah, but you can take out hits on people. You can also order prostitutes, which I'm not cool with. But some people, there's this one website of this guy who supposedly was pimping out his stepsisters.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that stuff's heavy hitting. Like, I think it's really interesting that exists, and that I'm like ignorant of its actual existence. But at the same time, it's very intriguing. I think Vice has a documentary about the dark web. I watched it. It was really interesting. But to me, it just seems so weird. Like, I don't want to be on the internet all the time. And it seems like the people who are into that kind of stuff are on the computer all the time.
Yeah.
It's like their life.
But that's how they make money.
Right. But I don't like that.
Life.
I guess, kind of, or you'll get sentenced to life in prison like that guy.
But he's got his minions got minions.
So what though?
He's so nefarious. He's so like deep in the game that his minions got minions.
You said this in a previous episode.
Incarnate?
I don't know. There was an episode of Joe Rogan not too long ago.
He was raised by the devil.
Whatever. I would think that you would be an ally of him if that were true. But this guy on Joe Rogan who had just made a documentary, I think, or maybe it was a book that he had written, something about the dark web, and he was saying that he wasn't actually convinced that this guy was who the federal government was saying that he was. And just that, I mean, I guess, like, everyone needs a fall guy and a patsy and stuff like that, so it's like he's sort of a scapegoat. I think the dark web and everything that it was allowing for kind of made people freaked out and scared, because now it's sort of a buzzword. People kind of know about it. People have bad connotations of what it is, and it facilitates extremely illegal activity. And so people are like afraid of it.
What's illegal about it?
Well, my point here is just that public opinion turns against the dark web. Public opinion demands action against the dark web. The dark web isn't something you can actually, like, it's literally non-physical, so you can't actually action on it.
It's like declaring war on terrorism.
Yeah, exactly. So they got this guy who is, for all intents and purposes, like an Osama bin Laden, and they say, hey, here's the guy, we got him, we did something. But if you think about it, especially with distributed technologies like things that depend on the internet, like one guy getting taken out doesn't matter. It's not necessary. It's like it's like a network of blood in your body. Like, you are not going to die if you lose a fingertip. It's just a small part of the total body.
I knew Silk Road was up pretty quick after that.
I don't know what you mean by that.
You know Silk Road?
Yeah. What do you mean you knew it was up?
I said a new one was.
Oh, right.
Silk Road 3 popped up right.
Right, because it's just like being a drug dealer or something. Like, yeah, there's always a kingpin, but if that guy gets killed or arrested, then the guy who was second runner-up, who didn't want to face him, is just going to take his spot immediately.
Yeah. I would say if I had that website, I would not allow people to order hits.
That's the thing, though. Like,
they could order acid hits.
Well, to say that he had.
I don't want to get into that. I don't want to get into the murder business.
Yeah, but to say that he had the dark web, or that, like, for some reason the dark web all was channeled through him, is to extremely misunderstand the nature of the internet. To think that one person was like the gatekeeper is very ill-informed.
Speak on that while I collect my pistachio shells and place them in the trash can.
Yeah, basically, I mean, it's almost like collective consciousness in a way. It's like you have this technology which is run by the internet, and just like if Google has a data center go down or something like that, even an entire data center that's like processing millions and billions of bits of information, like if one of those goes down, then it doesn't actually affect your ability to Google things in a meaningful way, because there's always redundancy, there's always backups, there's always generators, there are always things.
Oh man, don't even get me started on redundancy.
Right, there are always. I think you're missing a pistachio right there.
Oh man, don't even get me started on redundancy.
I'm dumb. I'm dumb, Nancy. I'm dumb, Nancy.
Alright man, don't even get me started on redundancy.
Nice, I get it. It's not funny.
You good now?
Yeah, I get it. How
How
many
come- how come
measures?
we left?
How many measures have we gotten? Because it was a pity laugh.
It's 6:50.
Where does it say that?
Probably only like 10 minutes or something.
Where does it say 6:50?
You want to see what time it actually is?
Oh, sure. 21 minutes. Okay.
Pretty good.
Let's go back to measures. I kind of like that more.
Yeah.
Because if it is 9600, then that's cooler than a minute 5. But no, I want to actually see. I want to see them counting up.
I don't know how to do that. Oh wait, yeah. There you go.
Cool. We're at 660.
Oh my God.
Oh my god. Almost 666.
Yeah.
Wow.
666 measures. I think something really fucked up.
Soon will be
is gonna happen.
6669 too.
Yeah.
So it's
But-
666. Oh, wait, we don't have 6669. I got it.
Well,
Not really.
yeah, I was gonna put. I'm gonna cut at the 666th measure
Yeah.
of this podcast. You'll hear a crazy frequency. It should have already happened by now.
Did you enjoy it?
Yeah.
Why did you choose that one? It was a bad choice. Anyway,
Why did I choose the sugar-free Red Bull?
no. That frequency. What's the frequency?
What are you talking about?
What's the
Frequency.
frequency?
Explain yourself, man.
I am. I'm singing it. What's the frequency?
No, you're Kenneth.
What's the
Not no
frequency?
fish.
Nope. No fish.
Fuck it, man.
Good point, Jake. Good point, Saul.
I think we covered it all.
Yeah, I think we could basically just turn it off now.
Yeah.
Man.
The episode.
Yeah, I got everything off my list. Everything off my chest.
No, come on. What else? What else did you have? I was trying to say earlier that this episode is interesting because I have nothing prepared. I have no energy and no desire to talk.
Cool. I guess that's why you've let me talk a lot more.
Yeah.
That's fine.
I'm letting the blackbird fly.
You're letting bygones be bygones.
Sometimes you gotta let the blackbird sing in the dead of night to take you where you want to fly. But no, man, I did a cover of Tuesday by Drake last night.
Where?
Mammal Gallery.
Oh yeah.
I spent all day making an instrumental track and then I sang it.
Cool.
Maybe we'll go into a clip.
You recorded it?
Yeah, I did.
Cool.
Oh, you want to hear it?
Yeah, let's hear it.
I'll just play it right here. Right
Okay.
here. Might as well. Look at the cool colors. Yeah, wait till you see the picture for this episode.
Oh, you recorded this with your computer?
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
On a Tuesday, got your girl in the cup, she choosing squad going up.
You know the song?
No.
Nobody flipping facts.
I've never listened to a Drake album, I don't think.
You've never heard the song on the radio or anything?
I don't listen to the radio. I don't. Hey, skimmy. I don't listen to the radio.
I actually don't even listen to the radio.
It's skimmy. I don't have FM.
Is that like a radio band that you're referring to?
Are you talking about
'Cause
terrestrial?
I actually don't get radio in my car or my house.
I listen to terrestrial radio and I listen to solar powered radio, and I don't have an FM, but I do have an AM, and I don't listen to anything past 9, and I don't listen to anything before 6.
My radio has a hand crank.
Yeah, and you know what? Sometimes I can make the song go just a little bit faster.
You gotta buy grease for it. That's the only bad part.
Grease light makes the girls cream, though. That's the best part.
Yeah, I love hearing that on my radio.
Yeah, me too. John Travolta, eat your heart out.
Eat my asshole out.
You almost said something else.
Eat my pussy out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did almost say that.
You did almost say that.
But I realized I didn't have one, you know.
I guess that's true.
What can you do when you don't have a pussy?
Would you stand up and try to get one on? What would you do if you thought of a song.
Keep going.
But then you forgot all the words of that song.
I said I get by with a little help from my friends.
Oh,
Why with a little help from my friends? Listen, I noticed you didn't even ask me about my hat.
You're right. Does that say Chevy or Chevy?
I like to think it says Chevy.
As in Chase?
Yeah, as in Chase.
No.
As in Catch Me If You Can.
Ah,
Leonardo DiCaprio.
right. And Tom Cruise.
Yeah, so
Hanks, rather.
this is like a tribute to Leonardo DiCaprio, this hat.
It almost looks like it says Chewie, as in Chewbacca. If you look at it at just the right angle.
Or like the candy bar.
Ooh, I like it. Even
Yeah.
though it doesn't look like that. Because that's spelled differently.
It does kind of look like that.
No.
I got this at a goddamn
God.
like a Dollar General. Mm-hmm. This place we stopped at on, I think it was the west end of Atlanta,
Wow.
and
What a captivating detail.
well, just because it was a place I was unfamiliar with, because we were trying to go
Right.
to this place, Cascade Falls.
Okay, I'm familiar.
like-
So probably off Cascade Heights area? Cascade?
Yeah, probably, yeah. Is that West Atlanta?
It is southwest. You can take Peachtree over to Lee Street, over to Main Street, and it's a whole nother world over there. It's totally different.
Yeah.
I love it.
But you checked out Cascade Falls?
I have not checked out Cascade Falls. Is that an actual waterfall?
Yeah.
Really?
Pretty sweet, man.
How far away is it?
I don't know.
Well, how long did it take you to get there?
I mean, it was like pretty close.
Idiot.
I don't know, man. I think it took a little bit longer than, we had to go pretty far. It was probably like 15.
Like you
20
know how long like a
20-minute drive.
Rugrats episode is? Like just
Yeah,
enough
actually,
to like.
I would say pretty much that amount of time.
It's
yeah.
like a Rugrats episode. So, but like only the first part. So like 15 to 18 minutes.
So like only the first half of the Rugrats.
Right. Okay. Okay.
Only the first half of the Rugrats Christmas, Hanukkah special.
Yeah. As a
But,
general rule of thumb, have to multiply by at least 2 or 3 to try to figure out how long it would take by bike. So if it took you 20 minutes, that might take me an hour and a half.
Do you use Google Maps as a like bike route thing? You know what I mean?
I do not.
You don't?
No, I do not.
How do you know where to go?
Experience, and I look at maps beforehand, and I'm familiar with most areas, the big roads that lead into them. I would like to clarify, I'm not familiar with most areas. As I said in the second part of that sentence, I'm familiar with most major roads. Thank you.
Could you clarify the second part of your correction?
Yes. So major roads, heavily intersected roads, roads that run parallel and close to and or train tracks, roads that have many traffic lights, roads where you can see the county water tower from, roads that usually contain libraries and.
That'll be all.
Thank you.
So you got a ticket, is what you're trying to say. Is that what you said?
Yeah, I received a ticket. Yes, unlawfully. In my opinion, IMHO. But yes, I
Why are you
was.
talking like that?
I am the recipient of a ticket. LOL.
Did you get a ticket recently?
Yes, recently I was given a ticket.
God,
However,
drive me crazy, man. Talk normal. I'm gonna smash this pistachio with a fucking pair of scissors if you don't shut the hell up.
okay,
I'm gonna do it anyway.
okay, that's what this is. A order in this courtroom. Here, let me do this for you.
Already got it.
Okay.
Too late.
Did you say arigato?
Yeah, arigato.
I already got it.
Thanks, arigato, but no arigato. I saw a T-shirt at Target that said it said Fiesta until
Death.
no, it said like Fiesta until mañana or something.
Yeah. Party until tomorrow.
Yeah, something like that.
Tomorrow never comes.
It was
though.
like a kid's shirt.
Cool.
But I thought it was weird that they put. Why didn't they put the entire thing in one language or the other? Why is only the two words? It was like,
Are you trying to say that that they're taking our jobs and that they need to get out of the country if they don't love it because it's a love it or leave it?
yeah, these sweatshop workers really need to learn like you can't just come into America and work in our sweatshops, making 5 cents a day, stitching these shirts together and not have to worry about what the message is. I think these people that assemble these shirts should be held accountable for the messages that are on them.
Right.
Because they do know. Oh, we don't know what it's saying. Oh, we're hungry. We're starving.
We just put random letters together because we couldn't see straight because we have vitamin deficiencies and our eyesight's failing.
I have horrible glaucoma, and the smoke from the machines is giving me a really bad infection in my eyes and throat.
And all the children smoking cigarettes beneath me make it even worse because it's just smoke from above and smoke from below. Plus, I have ulcers in my feet from standing on all the disgusting cigarette butts that are warm and hot and burning, and the floor is all dirty and dusty, and everyone else's blood is there, and people just get taken off as they fall asleep at the helm, and because of that, you get things like Fiesta until mañana.
Yes, I guess that explains it.
Yeah.
Shout out to sweatshop workers.
Shout out to David Jonover.
We see you. Shout out to David Jonover too.
To Javid Bonover. How you doing, Javid?
David Boniver, like the
Like the singer, like
yeah.
the what's that famous song where
David
he's like
Boniver.
now I know you like this. What's that song he sings?
He's like makes that song. It's like
Never knew you before.
It's like, hey, when I see us swimming
Yeah.
from such great heights, come down now.
They'll say.
I think that's Bone Island or
Boner Island.
Bone Iver.
Bone Iver.
I don't know. I can't really mess with stuff like that.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a chill guy, but that's just a little too chill for me.
Yeah. I mean, I don't make out all day long, so sorry, I don't like listening to that shit.
I'd rather be dipped in a bunch of chocolate and thrown to, forcibly taken to an Overeaters Anonymous meeting.
I'd rather be dipped in a bunch of acid and then given to a chrome making factory that casts me in bronze. Personally.
I'd rather be shrunken down and put into a can of beer and then thrown off a river.
I'd rather be company with Tom Hanks on the island and have Wilson not show up. And if he does, I kick him back into the ocean. But to play the same role as Wilson, except I help Tom extract the tooth.
I'd rather be like turned into a can of beer and like drank by some dude.
I'd rather be turned into a brain surgeon who has a penchant for putting in small animal figurines into his patient's head when he has them open, just because like he started doing it by accident, and then it becomes like sort of a hobby of his because he will have them back for X-rays and he'll take pictures and only he sees what he's put inside their head, and he's so excited by it that he like masturbates to the images, and he like gets more and more brazen, and then someone dies and there's an investigation, and all these pictures are found, and there's cum stains everywhere, and he's taken to court and he's found guilty and he's given like 300 consecutive life sentences, and everyone wants him dead, and he never really thought he was that bad of a guy, and he even saved people's lives, and I'd like to be turned into that guy.
Yeah, I'd rather be like just be turned into a can of beer than like fucking chugged.
I'd rather be turned into like a neutrino, just like circling around like CERN.
What does that even mean? Neutrino.
It's a subatomic particle. Like it's a constituent. We can use that word again. It's a
contingency.
Yeah,
that's
that's
what I'm trying to say.
well, yeah, but you said constituent as well.
Yeah.
It's a constituent of atoms, a neutrino, a small little particle.
When was the last time you smoked out of a gravity bomb?
You have to ask Sandra Bullock.
Oh, you smoked with her?
Let's just say that some things are better left said by the bull.
Was this during the filming of Rocky Horror Picture Show?
No, this is
That
actually
blew my fucking mind.
no. This is
Huge fan. I'm a huge fan of that.
of which person in that? Tim Curry?
Oh, everybody.
Everybody?
Shit, it's the best.
Everybody?
Best musical of all time, hands down.
Disagree. I think Jesus Christ Superstar is the best musical of all time, hands down. No copies.
You can go take that Jesus Christ Superstar and shove it straight up your ass because Rocky Horror is the king of all kings.
Disagree, because Jesus is the fucking king of all kings, and that's in the goddamn Bible, you idiot, ignoramus, you stupid guy who doesn't know anything. You just beat yourself at your own game, and you gave me the trophy for first place because you just said that was king of kings. Well, I'm talking about the real king of kings, the king of fucking kings, the king that we refer to as the Lord and Savior, our God, Jesus Christ.
It shows how smart you are.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? It really does. You know what? I couldn't have said it better myself. That does show how smart I am. Thanks, Jake. You beat me to the punch.
You're welcome.
Thank you. We're at 1070 measures. So for those people who don't understand that type of counting system, that means 1070 or 1070. Whatever floats your boat. Just figure it out. It's not hard.
This is gonna be one of those fucking episodes, man. I can just tell.
What are you talking
One of those
about?
fucking episodes.
Which-
By minute 50, everybody involved is gonna kill themselves. Everybody listening to this will have jumped off a bridge.
Even if they lived in like a bridgeless state, they'll drive somewhere.
Yeah. They'll develop a technology to go back in time and then forwards. Wait.
Well, how would that help them find a bridge?
Let me explain.
Now I understand why they want to jump off these bridges, though.
First, they would start to develop the technology where we could go back in
Okay,
time.
hold on, I'm writing
After
this down.
they-
hold on,
after
hold
they-
on. I'm writing this down. So first, they're going to develop the technology. Okay,
Okay. And so that'll take a long time. but
okay,
then
hold
once
on.
Shut up, dude.
No,
Then
just-
once they figure out how to travel back in time, they'll travel back to the moment they were listening to it, and jump off a bridge upon hearing it.
Okay,
You know.
gotcha. So it's like a 2 or 3 step process, depending.
But I don't know why they had to do that. I mean, why don't they just jump off the bridge in the first place?
Why don't they just eat some poison?
God, fuck this episode, man.
Why?
No, not really. I guess I'm just not feeling it. I've been like really tired.
Maybe you should sleep more.
I know. I can't get enough sleep. My
Why
sleep
not?
schedule's all whacked out.
Can you speak on that?
Well, I mean, for those of you that might know, I work the night shift, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So I work like 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. and I don't have to work that much, but it just like makes me over time. It's just like really messed up and I'm already an insomniac. I've been an insomniac for my whole life.
Mm-hmm.
So and I have poor habits. Eat too much sugar, chain smoke cigarettes all the time. You know, I do a lot of things that don't help me. Don't do me any favors in the sleep department. We'll look at the internet all night. Fucking, you know, masturbate 1,500 times.
Only 1,500? Well, you got that under control.
Well, I mean, it's just however many Wikipedia articles I've read that day. So I've never even made it to actually 1,500. Let's say I read like 3 articles on Wikipedia. Then I allow myself 3 like hearty masturbation sessions.
To reward yourself.
Yeah. And then if I read 10 Wikipedia articles, then I get to buy myself an ice cream sandwich
Ooh.
and have sex with it when I masturbate.
Oh. You do that even in the winter?
It just feels good.
That doesn't really answer the question.
It just feels good any time of year.
Okay, thank you. That was a very necessary part to add.
Did you hear that sound?
Yeah, that was me crushing a shell. Not a seashell, though.
Oh, there's a shell on the floor?
Yeah.
That was my neighbor hitting the roof with a broom, as he does sometimes.
Telling you to shut up.
Yeah,
Hi, shut the fuck up, Blair.
he doesn't really do that.
Shut the fuck up.
It sounds like he's approaching. Sometimes I've probably mentioned this before, but sometimes my bathroom leaks onto his bathroom.
Are you serious?
Yeah, old George. He'll come, lumbering up the steps. He's a nice old fellow, George.
Yeah, he is.
You know, I met him when I moved in here. Nice old guy, you know, he sits outside a lot, you know, keeps to himself. He's always like, hey, all right now. And, you know, whenever I bring home food, he's always like, hey, you bringing up for me? And I'm like, ha ha. You know, he's a friendly guy.
It's a good way to deflect the question.
One time he helped me get into my, I thought I left my keys somewhere. I didn't know where they were. And I called him and asked him to let me in and asked him if he could help me get another key. So he like let me in first, and then we had to go to the basement and got like all these keys and stuff. And then we came back up, and he was like saying he didn't know if he would have the right key and stuff. And then we got to my door, and my key was in the door. It's classic, man.
Yeah, man.
I left it in the door, you know.
Kevin Smith couldn't write a better scene.
Yeah. As fast as he is, definitely couldn't perform it.
Hasn't he lost weight?
I don't know. I thought he was like a proud fat person. But I'm not against that. You know?
I think he was until he turned 40.
You have to love who you are, you know.
You do have to love. You have to do you.
You gotta be a big, beautiful man or a big, beautiful woman in the house.
Totally. That always helps.
Self love is the key to
Discipline.
discipline.
Yeah, totally. So one thing I did want to talk to you about is this guy, sort of a musical topic.
Yeah.
Oh, were you gonna pull it up on your computer?
No.
Oh, okay.
If you want.
That might be easier. I'm pulling it up on my phone, but it's sort of.
What are you talking about?
It's this guy named Guthrie Govan. I just wanted to hear. I wanted you to watch a certain clip. Can you look up Guthrie Govan, Professor Shred?
Professor Shred?
Yeah, I don't Shred. Yeah. Yeah, that's it.
All right.
I just want to hear what you think about this, because to me, it's fascinating to listen to.
So, Kenneth just showed me this video.
Mm-hmm.
I know nothing about this. Guthrie Govan, Professor Shred, Completo.
So yeah, that's just someone who wrote that as the title. It's someone in Spain or in some Spanish-speaking country, but they posted this video, and I was listening to it today, and I was just like amazed, like at this guy's ability to describe music.
Yeah. Wow, man.
We got cut off.
Got cut off. I mean, we were just watching a little bit. Kenneth just talked for a really long time about how awesome this boring nerd is.
Let's watch one more minute. Just one more minute. 45 seconds.
Special to bring to the harmonic backdrop over which.
Well, it has to be at least 2 minutes by now.
It's a hard thing for guitar players to do. We want to be faster than the other guy, and we are mostly guys.
Oh, I'm not a guitar player. We are mostly guys. Let's be frank.
Shut up,
The way
Tim.
I teach people modes now, scales, is.
Come on, man. What does he have to throw that shit in there? Like he's saying, like, yeah, girls aren't really guitarists. Like they can't really handle it.
Most of them are guys. That's not incorrect.
No way.
More conducive
I bet you $1 million that this half and half.
to musical.
No, it's definitely not half and half.
So the blues player comes to
Most
me now,
girls play
they,
bass.
Shut up. Listen to this. Listen to that blues, that pentatonic scale, and he throws in a Dorian accent.
I don't want to ruin that because there's something vaguely musical about it, and I'd hate to turn it into because then there's no music there anymore. There's just the trick.
What is he gonna do? The interesting thing.
So now
Here
I'd say,
comes.
okay, if you want to learn the Dorian mode, keep this stuff. That's good. That's your skeleton. And now instead of flipping a switch and going from pentatonic mode into the Dorian mode, now it's more like a dimmer switch or a fader, and you can introduce the character of that mode gradually. So if you
I
have
just want to
that
hear him rip it.
as your template,
Right.
then that's 5/7 of the Dorian mode anyway. All you need to make it fully Dorian is to add this note,
What is Dorian mode?
that note in every octave. And the fun thing about that,
I don't know a lot about music theory because it's been a long time since I took any classes, but
Yeah.
there are modes of music that are outside the realm of natural scales, like major minor scales. And these modes, they sound very strange. Like if you listen to more of this video, he plays a pentatonic scale, but with Dorian mode accents in it. And it's just like these notes, they don't sound wrong, but they don't sound right. And it's like this weird, like it's not the wrong note, it's just the wrong feeling note for the notes that preceded and came after it. And it's just like this weird thing that you're struck by, because I mean a lot of jazz musicians use like modes and stuff like that, and it's just sort of that like it's unconventional styles of music that don't usually get put into popular music. So it's really cool if you can employ that. But it's a Greek thing. Dorian mode,
Greek thing, huh?
Aeolian mode.
Ah, now it all starts to make sense.
Listen to a little bit more.
You idolize this guy, huh? I just want to hear him play the Dorian mode. Can we
He's
look
about
up-
to.
can
He's
we-
about to.
He better do it real quick. I'm about to click out of this in frustration.
is
Sorry, no
you can be
disrespect.
slightly Dorian just by using these as embellishments.
Ah, that's kind of cool.
And it's still recognisably a blues lick, but with a hint of that Thin Lizzy twiddle added to it. Or
He
you
looks
can
like a
draw
madman.
more attention to those
Yeah, it
notes.
does look like a madman.
So like jazzy kind of. Still bluesy.
Yeah, that's pretty tight.
Maybe even eliminate some of the neighbouring pentatonic notes to make it sound more fusion, more angular, and you've got if you know where the pentatonic shape is, it will save you.
Oh, yeah. Now I get it.
So
It sounds weird, but it works. Pretty good, man. All right, okay.
Man, I would watch the rest of that video right now.
Well, we gotta finish up.
Okay.
I wonder if that's anything gonna be anything worth listening to the viewers.
I think that if the viewers like music and they want to view music in a completely new way that's not just purely emotional, if you want to see the mechanics of music, if you think that science is cool and you want to learn about something that's usually left to the emotional palate to distinguish, I think that this is something that's really cool because it's like someone who really gets at explaining it in a way that is very unconventional.
That's interesting because
I feel like it's the opposite.
no, because I wanted to introduce a new segment, or not a new segment, but a recurring segment that we've had the past few times. It's a little thing we like to call Lifetime Ban.
You got a lifetime ban from Weekend Review. I bet you wish you hadn't fucked around with me and Kenneth, but don't feel bad. Maybe you can be on some other shitty show, just not Weekend Review. You're banned for life, cause you're a little asshole.
Because you's a little asshole, silly little asshole this time. Because this time's Lifetime ban from Weekend Review goes to a little man by the name of Guthrie
No.
Come on, Guthrie Govan.
No, he can't
Yeah.
be banned.
No, sorry, man. He's banned for life. Guthrie Govan is a little man I just learned about. I'd never heard of him before until Kenneth brought up this video.
Oh, man.
And actually, I'm glad that he did because we need to get as many ne'er-do-wells as we can on the lifetime ban list to ensure ultimate
That's not
quality
fair.
in going forward with all our episodes. So,
I think I'm gonna ban Henry Rollins next week then.
hey, I think it's up to you.
Yeah, it is up to me.
If I show you some bullshit like that, if I show you a video of Henry Rollins dicking around on the guitar for like 3 hours, then please be my guest. I'll ban him before you do. How's that? I'll call him up myself and tell him he's banned from our show if he puts out some bullshit like that. Travesty, you just made me watch. Oh man.
Oh, do you like the needle drop?
Hell yeah, I like
Dude,
the
I
Needle
love
Drop.
that guy.
That's a guy who will never be banned from the show. He has an ultimate reverse ban.
He's got such good reviews of stuff. I love his perspective.
I wonder if we could interview him for the show.
That'd be great. Well,
Man.
what would you say? Oh, this Action Bronson video is hilarious. Actually, all of them are hilarious.
Action Bronson's awesome.
Yeah.
Just watch one of his videos.
Just type in Action Bronson and watch any of them. They're very funny.
Yeah,
They remind me of like a Quentin Tarantino movie or something.
he's got good music too.
I wonder if he directs them.
Nah, I don't think he does.
He seems like this video, Acting Crazy. Like
Yeah,
that video
it
is
just-
fucking crazy.
I just watched that.
Man, that video is crazy.
Yeah, it's really funny.
The visual effects.
I've listened to that song so many times in the past like couple of weeks.
Can we do a sample?
Yeah, sure, might as well. Drop me
Yeah.
a little Action Bronson right about now.
Opportunity be knocking. You gotta let a motherfucker in. I kiss
Yeah, you know, his lyrical flow is unmatched. He's a great guy. He's a funny guy. He's got a big old red beard. Action Bronson also has a permanent reverse ban. I'm saying open invitation to Mr. Action Bronson and Anthony Fantano, the internet's busiest music nerd. If either you want to come on our show,
You're formally invited.
or come while listening to our show. I feel like cum is like, I feel like sperm and ejaculation has come up a lot during this episode.
Not really. I think just once.
Plus like 2 other times,
Oh wow. Excuse me.
I think.
Excuse me.
Is that what you say when you come? That's 4 times.
Hey, touche.
Touche.
Oh, you want me to come on your touche? Sure. 5
Give me an
times.
extra $50. Can you pay? But I'd rather you pay me in cum. 6 times.
Nice. This is getting more and more tasteful.
We got 30 minutes to kill. We might as well just talk about sperm. For
Yeah,
this
I guess
time.
so. As 2 guys who are just barely out of their teenage years, I think we can pull it off.
Yeah.
Pull it off. Like,
Blink-182's biggest fans.
yeah, seriously. I fucked my grandpa in the ass.
Fuck my grandpa in the ass.
Merry fucking Christmas. It's my year. I just ate 7 fucking hot dogs and he shit. So he's always fucking shitting and I'll never talk to you again.
And your mom gave me a hand
I'll
job.
never talk to you again.
And your dad gave me a hand
I'll
job.
never talk to you again.
Your sister gave me a blowjob.
And I'll never talk to you again.
Never talk to you
I'll never
again.
talk to you again.
3 fucking presents. Anyway, yeah, old school pop punk fans will know what we're talking about.
Oh yeah, if you were lucky enough to sneak the parental advisory versions of the CDs that you loved when you were in 7th grade, you'll remember that. A little bit of Chop Suey, System of a Down, maybe a Korn album thrown in there.
Eminem. For good measure.
For good measure, yeah.
Speaking of measure, let's find out what measure we're on.
Okay. You chose the wrong one.
How do we do that?
Measures,
here we go. So
1,500.
1,530 as of
So
right
obviously
now.
I did the math wrong because we're not going to hit 9,600.
No, I don't think so. Well, maybe, I don't know.
No, because we're already at 50 minutes in, so we're like...
There's a good 30 minutes left.
Yeah, but that's not going to be 8,000 measures.
Maybe if they're particularly good measures, it'll like speed ahead time.
It's a good point, yeah.
Fuck, I wish I could do that. Wish I could just speed ahead to like 9,000 measures. Take a fucking vacation.
You know what you should do?
Just what?
You should shave some of your beard.
And put it where? Like, what do you mean?
Like, I think you should just have a mustache and like a little soul patch. I think that would look hilarious. Or is that called a soul patch underneath your?
Yeah,
lip?
underneath the chin.
Yeah, it's just like
Right
this
here?
little bit. No, like right there.
Oh yeah,
What
that's specifically a soul patch. I don't know. I might go for a mustache, but
I'm actually trying to grow a mustache.
have you ever had any facial hair?
Kind of.
You should. You must keep a clean shave. You're pretty smooth over there, as far as I can tell. You shave your whole body, right? You don't just shave your face.
Right.
Did we talk about that last week, or did we talk about was that like after hours?
Hey, let me just put it this way. We talked about it. I don't know if the recorder was on.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think I know what you're getting at.
Yeah, I think you know what I mean.
I think you know exactly what I'm talking about when I say that.
I think I do. Yeah. So yeah, I'm not really sure if I can. I mean, I can grow a little bit of facial hair. Like if you feel my face, it's not smooth as a newborn babe. But
What's the hardest part of your body to shave?
Phew.
And go ahead and list.
I'm glad you said to shave because I was like, where is this sentence going?
What's the hardest part of your body right now?
The
Part of your
hardest
musculature.
hardest part of my body to shave. I mean, probably the back of my legs.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to get in a weird angle for a prolonged period of time to like get to them, and like I don't know. Sometimes I get a little bit lightheaded if like I'm in a weird position for too long, and then I go back to a normal position. I feel like I had like high blood pressure because I was like constricting my arteries, and then I let them go free when I go back to a normal position, and then all that blood goes rushing to my head, and I start to feel a little bit like I said, lightheaded, a little woozy.
Yeah.
So sometimes I'd say shaving the back of the legs is the hardest.
You're saying that's harder than your butthole?
I don't have to shave that one.
You never shave your butthole?
No.
What, do you have somebody to chew it off for you? Does your dog do that?
Yeah, that's the only reason I got my dog, actually.
Talk about hardest part of your body.
Seriously.
It's not your butthole after that moment. It's your cack. Macaque monkeys. No, but seriously, like why do you shave your whole body? And
Well-
why don't you get some kind of procedure done? So like, why don't you get lasers all put all over your body so you can be smooth at all times?
That'd be cool to put lasers all over my body. I don't actually shave my hair off. I just cut it really short.
Yeah. To
So,
improve aerodynamics, right?
well, actually for my legs, I like the way it makes my legs look. But also,
So it's purely cosmetic.
it's mostly cosmetic, but it also makes my legs easier to clean because I'm biking all day, so I get like a bunch of dust and shit. Especially if it rains, like I get shit flung up all on my legs, and so if I don't have hair there to kind of keep it all matted down and somewhat greasy and sticky, which is what happens when you have leg hair, it's easier just to clean it off and to get my legs looking nice and clean. It's like have you seen all of the episodes of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia?
No, I haven't seen all of them.
Well, get to work.
What season are you about to refer to?
I don't know what season it was, but it was the episode where it was the quarantine episode where Frank thought that there was some sort of a virus going around, and the whole gang gets quarantined by Frank, who's freaking out because he doesn't want to get sick, and the episode ends with him like going crazy, and the very last scene, spoiler alert, is him crawling around on the floor. He shaved all of his body hair off. He's just wearing whitey tighties, and he's bathed in hand sanitizer, and he's just on the ground, and he's just moving back and forth, and it sounds gross and it looks gross, and he looks up at the gang, and he's like, "Must get clean, and he's just
And it's like-
disgusting.
And straight to the credits, huh?
Well, yeah, but the gang, they didn't actually have a sickness. They were just going through alcohol withdrawal because they had not drank for the duration of the time that they were quarantined. So it seemed like they were dying, but really they were just going through alcohol withdrawals.
That's a dark show, you know.
It's pretty dark.
Takes you to some dark places.
It's so funny though, man. It's hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh man, yeah.
You want
It's
to
really funny.
review the episode now?
What episode?
That episode of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Yeah, I mean,
You wanna actually start reviewing stuff on the show since this is a weekend review show.
Sure. I mean, I think that it's something. It's a show. If you're gonna watch, if you've never seen It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, and you're going to want. I mean, I think the show kind of starts slow, just similar to Curb Your Enthusiasm. Like I didn't think that had a very strong beginning, but if you get the general thing, and you have faith that it will get better, you will be rewarded for that faith because it gets so funny.
Yeah, the characters get worse and worse.
Oh, they get worse and worse and worse. And Mac, his character, do you know the story behind the weight gain that he did for that one season?
When he gets fat and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know why he did that?
Just for fun.
Well, he did it because usually, from what Erica told me, celebrities, as their shows get more and more successful, they tend to get more and more attractive because they have to like live up to this new standard. And like their show got more and more popular, and he wanted to do the opposite. He wanted to get really, really gross, so he gained like 50 pounds.
That's commitment, man.
That's hilarious.
That's punk rock.
And they weave that experiment into the arc of the show.
Yeah.
You remember what he calls that cultivating mass. He's not getting fat, he's cultivating mass.
And then he lost the weight.
Yeah, he lost it pretty quickly.
And this character comes out as gay or something.
There's always sort of ambiguous there.
It gets weirder and weirder, you know.
It's so funny.
Fat people, gay people. Sometimes the same person is fat and gay on the show.
Everyone is represented, all groups, whether you're fat, gay, etc.
So here's something I was thinking about.
Okay.
So speaking of TV, RuPaul's Drag Race. You ever seen that?
I have not.
It's a great show. I mean, it's America's Next Top Model, but for drag queens.
Okay.
RuPaul's a pretty respectable person, I think. He's cool. That's the thing. When you see an interview with RuPaul, the interviewer often referred to them as he, because RuPaul does not identify as transgender, as it were. He's a drag queen.
He doesn't identify as Bruce Jenner, you said?
Transgender.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's been all over the place, huh?
Transgender would be a great grindcore
Kylie
band
Jenner.
name. Yeah.
Huh?
Bruce Gender would be a great grindcore band name.
Bruce Gender.
Or no,
Transgender.
Transgender. Yeah,
Yeah.
that would be a great grindcore name.
You know, it's getting a lot of coverage and stuff.
Yeah, it is. I mentioned that last week. Like I said, you can't open up a Time magazine article without seeing something about that sort of movement that's going on in the country.
Yeah.
It is a movement. I mean, I think it's something that's like, it's not like a passing thing. Like, it's something that's gained a lot of traction.
Yeah.
You know?
Attraction
Yeah.
and intrigue.
Yeah,
and
totally.
mystery.
Uh-huh.
But I mean, the point I was making is that drag queens still distinguish themselves politically from a lot of that stuff because they consider themselves entertainers, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, it's interesting to think about.
So it's like an occupation, not necessarily like a
It's not-
sexual.
it's not an identity, and a lot of drag queens don't. I mean, they identify as men, you know.
Heterosexuals usually, or
No,
no? Okay.
no. I mean, maybe some of them. I'm sure there's some. Well, I mean, Eddie Izzard, you know.
Eddie Izzard.
I don't know if he can be considered a drag queen. He wears women's clothes. And
Doesn't he
stuff.
wear both though? Doesn't he like?
He does wear both.
Yeah.
But he was sort of when it came to prominence and stuff, he would generally wear women's clothes. Like he wore like pantsuits and stuff though.
Is he
But
gay?
anyway, no, he's not gay. He just likes wearing. He explains it, you know, in some of his specials. He just
Yeah.
enjoys wearing women's clothes.
I've never watched a full special.
It's pretty heady stuff. You gotta be a pretty smart guy to watch Eddie Izzard.
Does he talk about poop a lot?
Yeah, he talks about poop. Well, no, he talks about like, you know, Roman history, and maybe it's right up your alley, man. Maybe you'll get all of it, like biblical stuff.
I'm talking. It's not Caesar of Cicero, you fucking cunt. Like that.
That's kind of like his voice. He does say cunt.
British
is my
people,
cunt.
that's yeah. To them, it's just like
Fuck off. That's my impression of it. Is it? Fuck off. Yeah, it's kind of funny, I guess.
I like that.
Yeah.
That should be your catchphrase.
Fuck off.
Jay Cook ain't no chef.
Fuck off.
Nice.
I do like that. It's got quite a ring to
It
it.
does, yeah.
There's something cathartic about saying that. Yeah.
It's like very Ozzy Osbourne.
You ever tried to talk to somebody in a different accent just to see if you could get away with it?
I don't know. I feel like maybe I have, but it could have been a dream, you know?
One time, I think somebody was doing that to me, and they lost confidence when I was serving them at my job. You know.
Was it a group of girls?
No, it was a dude. I think he was just drunk and he was just trying to like, mess with me. Which I don't have any patience for that. I mean, it's not. I don't really get offended. I just don't really entertain anybody joking
Right.
around because I just don't care.
Which probably makes you a prime candidate for joking, because then people are like, "Oh, this guy's hip.
Yeah.
This guy, he doesn't give an F
Yeah. Exactly.
about this S."
You're exactly right.
You're just like, "Fine, here are your pancakes," and he's like, "Thank you, mate.
So
I appreciate you helping me."
so we went to brunch the other day
Okay,
for Sarah's birthday.
who's we?
Me, Sarah, Noah, and Brittany.
Okay,
And so we went to what was that place? Son of My Belly. Son of My Belly.
where's that?
I forget.
Cool.
It's on Decatur Street or whatever.
DeKalb F.
Yeah. But it's the same shit. But
Kind of.
so I was kind of in a interesting mood because I hadn't slept. I'd worked the previous night and I hadn't slept because I had to go to Target to buy Sarah's present.
Mm-hmm. So you had
It's kind of it was a 2-part present. Like I got her this soda machine, and I made her this little book of like soda recipes I found online, and I like made this. See that thing over there?
Yeah.
The collage of all her pictures.
yeah.
That was the other copy of that was used as like part of the cover of this recipe book that I put together. Anyway, I think it's a pretty sweet, thoughtful, nice, sweet gift, right? You know, and I bought a soda machine because she's a teetotaler, as it were. She's not
A what?
drinking teetotaler.
What the hell does that mean?
She doesn't drink alcohol.
Since when?
It's been
Like my only.
over a month.
Okay. Teetotaler?
Yeah.
What's the etymology of that?
Teetotal. I don't know. Teetotaler. I'm gonna look it up.
That means that you don't drink alcohol?
Listen. Let me get to my story real quick.
Okay, sorry. I'm
So we went
confused.
to anyway. Nevertheless, we went to had brunch at this place, Son of My Belly,
Right.
and for some reason I felt like messing with the
Server?
waiter, the server, or just not messing with him, but like doing something funny to crack everybody up. And he said that there was like scallions,
Yeah.
which are onions,
Right.
baby onions or whatever.
Right.
But I was gonna ask him a question that made it seem like I misheard him, and I thought he was saying scallops. So like I was gonna ask him. I was gonna be like, "Excuse me, are the scallions? Are they wild or are they like?
Farm raised.
They're farm raised or are they wild or whatever?" I was gonna say that, and I thought it'd be really funny, and I was cracking myself up like thinking about it, just rehearsing it in my head.
Yeah.
And just like everybody else was talking about something else, and I was just so stoked about this thing I was about to do.
Right.
And he got there, and I finally got up the courage, and I was like, "Excuse me, are the scallops? Oh, I mean, the scallions. Are the scallions? Are they wild cut or fresh caught?" And he was like, "Oh, we don't have scallops until dinner. We're serving brunch right now." I was like, "Oh, all right." I just totally fucked up the joke,
Yeah. And he did not receive it in a gracious manner.
Well, he just
He just answered it like a fact. Like,
Yeah.
"Oh no, that's not correct currently."
Yeah.
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 That's funny.
Yep.
I would have laughed at that joke, especially if you told me that you did it.
But I messed it up in the first place.
I
'cause
would have been
accidentally-
cracking up all the more if you messed it up, because then it would be a joke on you instead of just being a joke by you.
Yeah, I was trying really hard not to laugh. I like covered my face like this when he was like.
That probably
And then
helped.
I was just like, oh, okay, thank you. And it's just like still just trying so hard not to laugh.
And then Noah probably like rolled over in his grave. He's just like, "God damn, Jake."
I don't think Noah cared either way.
Jake,
Wasn't paying
he
attention.
texted me about it. He said he was really mad.
He told you about it?
Yeah,
That fucker.
he's so mad about it.
It was a great birthday for all though. I ended up staying up for over 24 hours.
Wow.
I'd woken up at 8 p.m. the previous day, and I stayed up until like 12 or 1.
Fuck that, dude.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I was pretty tired.
I haven't done that since I was like 12 years old.
What did you do that for when you were 12?
Because I was stupid.
Just trying to experiment? Or you trying
Yeah, I was like, what happens if I stay up all night and then don't go to sleep? And then I was like, oh my god, this is like the worst thing ever.
You're trying to kill yourself, but you didn't know anything about guns or like.
Yeah, I
razor
thought
blades?
that if you just stayed awake, you would die. That God would come down and he would just smite you.
You probably will eventually.
Well, you actually do. Yeah, you die, I think, like within 2 weeks.
You gotta like dehydrate or something.
No, I think if you look up sleep on Wikipedia, there is like a clinical period of time at which you will die. I don't know if there's like a specific reason, but like your body just kind of poops out.
Your body just shrivels up like a potato.
No.
Hey, I had a funny thought today.
Cool.
Say you do this at Walmart or something.
Say I do what?
I'll tell you.
Okay, can you rephrase it then?
So what if you did this at Walmart?
Okay.
If you just walked up to somebody wearing a Walmart shirt, it was like, "Excuse me," and they're like, "Hey, how can I help you?" And then you didn't say anything else. How long do you think it'd be before they walked away?
This is what GoPros were made for.
Just like, "Excuse me," and then
Just stare at them?
just look right at them.
Do you
don't say anything. Have a just totally blank expression.
No, you know what you should do? You should always start this from a distance of at least 20 feet. And then say, "Excuse me," and then not move and have them come to you and then stare at them and not say anything.
I think that would take even longer. It'd be
It
weird.
would. It'd
Yeah.
be like a 45-minute or 45-second exchange just to get them over there.
They probably would just like roll their eyes or like something and then just walk away.
What?
Yeah. But like say it totally sincerely at a place where, and it's important that it's a place where like the Walmart has pretty, it's hard to find, but you know those overachieving fucking Walmart workers.
Yeah.
You gotta do it to one of those people. People are like, how can I help you today?
So like a
Hi,
suburb.
you having a great day?
Probably a suburb Walmart.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, something like that. And so just walk up and be like,
Hey, you having a great
excuse me, and then they're like, hey, how can I help you? And then just like don't say anything.
So do it to me real quick.
Okay. So like you're like restocking the shelf. or
Right.
something.
I'm putting some milk up.
Right.
Click.
Hi, excuse me.
Yes, sir. Sir? I'm gonna put down this milk. Hold on. Hey, sir, how's it going? How can I help you today? Sir? How can I help you? Are you looking for something, sir? Or do you know anyone who works here? Are you looking for someone? Sir, are you lost? Sir, do you know what today's date is? Do you know what state you live in? Do you know who the president is? Are you having a stroke? Barbara, I think he's having a stroke. Barbara, call the police. Call the fire truck. Sir.
Whoa, the cops are here. Whoa, look, man, I was just goofing. I'm totally fine. Who's the perp? The cop's like, was it this guy? Like,
Right.
Hey, yeah, this guy told me, like, he just came up and said, excuse me, and he didn't say anything. I think something's wrong with him.
Sir.
Sir, you need to say something.
Sir.
You need to say something. Sir. And they hit me in the head with a billy club, you know?
And you end up dying in the police car, probably.
It could happen in America.
It has happened, just not to you.
Yeah, that's true. They came for the not the communists. I didn't speak because I wasn't a communist. Came for the Jews. I didn't speak because I wasn't a Jew.
Mm-hmm.
They came for the black people, and I didn't speak because I wasn't black.
Mm-hmm.
They came for the necrophiliacs, and I didn't speak because I wasn't a necrophiliac.
You didn't want to get caught.
Yeah. They came for the pedophiles,
Yeah.
and I remained silent, so as not be so as to not attach stigma to myself.
Uh-huh.
And then they came for me, and then I looked around, and there was nobody left except for one pedophile, and he helped me.
One crafty pedophile. Bullshit. You're the last one. I won't let you go.
He hid in an attic.
And he was like, sir. And he just stood there. Sir. He just looked at him.
Hey, what you doing, mate? We come for this guy. We already come for you guys. We thought we got all of you.
You missed the train on that one, Bob.
And this bloke didn't speak for you or nothing.
He's the last one. We're gonna eat his fingers.
Why do you want to help this gent? He didn't even help. He didn't speak for you when we came for your kind.
Shouldn't you be diddling? Aren't you a diddler? How come you ain't diddling?
Somebody called us a diddler on Facebook. You see that?
Who called us a diddler?
I forget.
What do you mean, like on a Weekend Review Facebook?
Yeah.
Nice.
It said Jake's a diddler. It said Jake might be a diddler. Kenneth is definitely a diddler.
I
I don't know who said that.
The only context I have for diddler is also It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Yeah,
This episode,
probably where I got it from.
oh my god, episode where Danny DeVito is doing a beauty pageant for like young girls, and he looks like he's reprising the role of the penguin. Like he looks like he's dead. I think he describes it himself as like
Sorry, still working.
he describes himself as looking like someone who left the morgue, like woke up and left. It's a really funny clip, but he calls himself a non-diddler. He like goes out of his way to say he's not diddling anyone. And then my dog is named Charlie, but sometimes we call him Char Diddley.
Char Diddley?
Char Diddley. Char Diddley Cha Cha.
Just for fun?
Yeah, he's got a million nicknames, and Char Diddley is one of them.
Who's it fun for?
What?
Does he enjoy it?
The nicknames?
Yeah.
Oh, I think it's really confusing to him. It's for me.
You really need to respect his identity, man.
His development
Yeah.
as a person.
Yeah.
I try. It's hard because he's really bad at communicating what he wants.
You've made some steps. You've already provided him with a separate bathroom.
Right.
That is to say, all of the outdoors
Yes, correct.
are his to defecate upon.
Yes, they are. Unfettered defecation.
What do you do with all of his poop?
We pick it up and throw it away.
Throw it away where?
At our complex, there are a ton of like receptacles, both in and outside the walls.
And you live in one of those places that has the bag dispensers, like
Yeah, actually.
trash can things.
Yeah, exactly.
There's
Those things.
a ton of dogs walking around your flat.
Yeah, it seems like maybe I would say at least half of the people who live there have dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a very dog-friendly place.
Man, do they keep you up on that?
No.
Howling and barking
No.
and causing a rumpus?
Sometimes I feel bad for our neighbor because Charlie is like really vocal and annoying, but sometimes her dog gets mad too. So it's tit for tat. I think anyone who has a dog kind of gives people, as long as the dog isn't too unruly, they kind of give each other like a little bit of grace, just because like, you know how it is to have a dog. You can't control their outbursts all the time.
Dude, I bet Charlie sounds hilarious when he barks.
He sounds stupid. He's got a bunch of different barks, and I can tell, being his daddy, that I can tell what sort of mood he's in based on the bark that he's doing.
Can you demonstrate?
Yeah, actually, I kind of do this one bark that he does, which is sort of like his "I'm starting to be playful" bark.
Yeah.
This is like maybe he's previously, very recently, been kind of docile and maybe a little bit sleepy, but he'll wake up and he'll start bringing over stuff to you, like his bone or like his little cloth bag that he likes to play with.
Yeah.
And he'll put his head on your knee or something.
Yeah.
And he'll just go.
It's pretty good.
And I'm like, Charlie, shut the fuck up. I'm trying to watch a YouTube video. I don't want to play with you right now. So you like push him away a little bit, and then that to him is like, oh, you want to play.
Yeah.
And then he jumps all over you, and he does his little adoofs.
I'm trying to watch this lecture.
I'm trying to watch Guthrie Govan. Shut up, Charlie.
I'm watching this TED Talk about unlocking the power of your individual self.
Did you know DMT's the spirit molecule? Shut up, Charlie. God, only if you have an ayahuasca brew will I stop what I'm doing and listen to you.
And maybe you have, for all I know. Dogs are, after all, highly evolved creatures.
Yeah, for how stupid stupid they are.
Dogs are in a constant state of an LSD trip, which makes them even more smart than humans.
They
So
also
are dolphins.
duh, and they don't understand any type of government except for anarchy.
Yeah.
They're the original anarchists.
Yeah, I mean, Johnny Rotten, get out of the way.
Yeah, that'll tell you about some bullocks to never mind.
Sid
Never
Vicious,
mind those bullocks, because here comes the dogs.
Sid Vicious, sit and spit on this.
Is that a line from one of your jacket lyrics?
No, I just made that up just now.
You should probably write that down.
I did think of I do have one rap line that I thought of recently.
Spit it.
I want to cop some porn and some popcorn.
I think it needs some work.
Watch some porn and cop some popcorn.
Okay, I like that better. Yeah,
Cop some popcorn and watch some porn.
I like the first way better.
Something like that. I also thought of a nice Twitter handle, which actually maybe I shouldn't even say it.
Say it, whisper it to me.
Well, I'll say it to the audience, but please, you know, if you do end up stealing it, at least give me credit for it. I'm sure it's already a Twitter handle, but Jaded Smith.
Oh, that's not that good.
That's pretty good. I'm sure that exists already.
Look it up. Try to sign up with it.
Jaded Smith.
Oh, you're
probably
just
a-
gonna see.
It's probably already a blog. Oh, yeah, I found it. Jaded Smith.
Well, that's official though.
Official Jared S.
Jaded S. Nice, dude.
The guy's name is fucking Jaden.
Is it?
Yeah. He doesn't use a pressure. Yeah, see, this is a fake account. So this guy already thought of this.
And he looks like
you
he's
know.
like 12 years old.
No, I mean that's what Jaden Smith looks like. That's his head.
That's a great picture.
Yeah. You realize this is not a real.
Yeah.
It's not really him, right?
Right.
People can just make up whatever they want.
Jeez,
I
that's
think-
a graphic picture.
Yeah.
I wouldn't like that.
To be lynched. I
Well,
wouldn't
just
like it either one bit.
like it's
I'm
sad.
sure nobody's a fan of it.
Yeah. Well, some
It's
people
horrible.
were back then. All those people were just fucking standing there.
Yeah. That's horrible.
Yeah. Nice. It was a
Funny how-
Photoshop master right there.
Dylan Sprouse. Yeah, that's not the real guy.
Child actor who didn't do meth.
From Jaded Smith. Funny how the rational feminists only deflect accusations of misandry when their asses are put to the flame.
I don't know what that means. I mean, I don't know what
Miss-
he's referring
misan-
to.
misandry-
I know. I understand the words. I don't know what he's talking about. I know what misandry is. Come on.
Well,
I
how
think I was born yesterday.
misandry is not a very common word. Probably a lot of listeners don't know what it is.
Well, they have access to the internet. Google it.
Yeah,
You're already
but-
looking up everything else.
yeah,
Guthrie Govan.
plus the episode's about to end. You probably got yourself a long list of stuff to Google.
Yeah, totally. Because you know what? You got to figure out if dolphins and dogs really live in an LSD clouded world.
I know cats do.
That's what Josh used to say, but I don't know if it's true. I don't know.
I think of that. I think
How-
about that a lot when I look at my cat.
How would you test that? I don't believe that's true for a second.
You gotta take you gotta like take out a part of their brainstem.
Okay, and do what with it?
Just like wiggle it around
In that-
a plastic bag. And
Okay.
If it turns green, then it means there's like LSD residue on it.
I think you're in danger of having your cat taken away.
I mean, not if I mean, it doesn't matter if I do or not, because I'm on LSD too.
It's a very strong point.
Yeah, that's how I choose to live my life.
Mm-hmm.
So, what you got? Any final things to talk about, or final shout outs?
Final Cut Pro.
I can't believe we made it through this episode. It seemed like, I don't know, I felt like so tired. I felt like I was in a dream world the whole time. You think this was good? I think we had some pretty good funny parts.
I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it was definitely one of the best, top 5 for sure.
Top 5, really?
Definitely, as long as there's only 5 episodes to choose from, and it can be the last one on the list.
Tell me you guys if you know, and again, we've never received any. Well, I mean, we have received some correspondence from fans, but whenever I ask people specific questions, they don't answer. But I'd like to know, what are some of your favorite moments from the show? I'm gonna start working on some kind of weekend review, like best of, you know, little collection to throw up on Bandcamp or something for a little donation money.
Yeah, talk about throw up.
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna have remastered clips, remastered songs, new segments from me and Kenneth. It'll be a weekend review, like a fundraising thing, you know,
Weekend review.
so we can finally be able to afford some sponsorships.
Put the rumors to rest.
Yeah, well, we can start making money for this pile of shit. Because I'm not getting a job. I'm not going to college.
Hey, you know what's been our mantra from day one?
Yeah.
If Joe Rogan can do it, then damn it, we can too.
That's right. I don't condone that. But nevertheless, it's a weekend review.
Weekend review.
Thank you. Well, there you have it, folks. Jake Cook and Kenneth Perraro weekend review. Hell of a guy. You know, I gotta get out there on that golf course with him, you know. I think it was good. It was cathartic. Good dude, you know. I enjoyed talking to him. Until next time. Pow, I just shit my pants. Don't forget to check us out on iTunes and Tumblr and Twitter and Stitcher. You know, find us all in all those places, especially iTunes. And you know, if you can, kick in a few shekels, you know, keep the thing going. All right, people. Boomer lives.
You've been listening to
A production of
the Podcast Empire. Spread the word.